What's up, guys? It's Jam1 for Jam1 TCG coming to you guys with another Jam and Deck profile. I am here with none other than Austen Lewis. No relations, actually, even though we have the same last name. But Austen Lewis, he is out here from Team Nocturnal. He is out here just bodying everybody. So we're about to talk to him and pick his brain, see what he did today. All right, guys. So this is another one of the episodes of the series, the podcast series that I mentioned to you guys before, where we pick the brains of the players who got their invite or tops, and what did they do, how did they do it, and exactly details like why they play what they play. Because it's always great to see these deck profiles, but it's even better if you know why that person had the logic. So we are here with Austen Lewis. He's been doing pretty good. You guys probably seen his face before. He was even recently featured on the Pro Play Games tour. So he's out here using Orcust. And guys, this is post-ban list. There is no Mermaid in his deck list, in his extra deck down here. And he's still winning out here. So Austen, tell us, what did you do? Where did you go? And what place did you take? I know you got top 8, but what place and where were you at?
All right, so I went to the Louisville Regionals past weekend, and I got third place playing pure Orcust, like you said.
Fine, cool. So when you were playing pure Orcust, what was your decision to actually stick with Orcust? I know it's been about 2 weeks since we had the ban list now, and things have settled. A lot of people are saying Orcust is still the best deck. Do you agree?
Before we get started, make sure you hop on the subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any totally awesome uploads. Yeah. And also, did you know that if you go to the description box below, there are some totally awesome things and content for you to consume?
I think it's up there. Yeah, I really do think it's up there. What made me decide to stick with the deck is the PPG tour you was talking about. They did the ban list for that event, which I took Orcust, but I didn't know where it was, you know what I'm saying, competitive wise. So I played a danger version of it. And me going through the rounds, I started off strong the first 5 rounds, and I was on the stream round 4 where I beat my opponent. The first 5 rounds, I won those rounds. But then at the top tables, I started noticing the weakness. Even in the rounds before, I noticed the weakness in the deck. So that's when I switched it up to the version I got now, to where it's a more hand trap version of the deck, and it's more relying on the normal summon of your Orcust cards.
Nice. And that's another thing that I was going to mention. Guys, as we see, there are no dangers here.
No.
It seems like you kind of swap the dangers with the hand traps.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing is that you're main decking Nibiru. I've seen that trend a lot lately. What is your purpose for it? I recently talked to a guy who he was on a channel recently. He was playing Lunalight Orcust. He was also main decking Nibiru. What is your logic behind main decking it?
Okay, so I got a personal thing with Nibiru saying game 1, I'd rather have it in my deck and have it for an opponent who's a combo player than not having it game 1 and losing because they're a combo player and they was able to combo off against me. So I wanted to have Nibiru even for game 1 because for some reason people still don't play around Nibiru, or they don't respect Nibiru, or they don't expect you to have Nibiru game 1. They think they're going to see it post side, which I wanted to use that to my advantage and have it in game 1.
Got it. So it's just kind of better be safe than sorry, and it does take them off guard.
But it also serves multiple purpose though. Yeah, it stops them from comboing so crazy to where I can't break their board and I lose. But it's a body on the board, and if you have like an Orcust monster in your hand, that is essentially a Galatea. And if it's a hard pour, you're banishing, especially something Orcust Nightmare, and then you're getting your engine going. So it serves 2 purposes: to stop your opponent, and it's a body on the board for you to do your Orcust combo.
Got it. So, like we were just saying too, it's been about 2 weeks since we got this new list of ban lists of how things are. And Mermaid got X, but people are still playing Orcust. What has, you said, you've been relying a lot on your normal summons. What has the general theme of this deck become now overall? Is it just summon Galatea, Dingirsu? How is that working out?
All right, so I've been playing it like a more grindy kind of strategy where, Orcust players used to set crescendo, right? Turn 1, they was always setting crescendo. Now
Right.
they changed the mindset. They're not setting crescendo now. They placing and then activating Babel, so they can have their simple skeletons, they nightmare, the hard pours activated to interrupt their opponent on their turn. And then there's no deck out there right now that could just kill you in one turn. Everything got slowed down, so you don't need to be like super aggressive. Now you can like control the game more, and I feel like Orcust could do that a lot, really good, but be explosive at the same time.
Got it. Another tech that I'm seeing in here, it just look like I managed to kind of see your feature match with the Pro Play Tours. You guys should check that out. Even though this list is a lot different from that, I guess that's my main question is what made you change so much from that list? Because this list is like a lot different from that list.
People were able to do whatever they want against me because I wasn't playing no hand traps. The only hand trap I was really playing was Impermanence and Phantasma, which wasn't stopping people from doing anything. And I wanted to have Ash to stop people from just going crazy, getting draw effects off, special summon effects off. So I went to a more hand trap version of the deck.
Got it. Another thing that I've noticed a lot of Orcust players doing lately, from what I've been able to see, is this guy, the Bombar. Like, how do you feel about him? Like, is he really as good as everybody's saying? Because like everybody disregarded him before. Do you think it's just the fact that this format is like different, that he's now necessary, or did people just underestimate him originally to begin with?
Okay, so I saw some players playing at least one of them, but they were being cute with it, and they was using it to make Borlo Savage Dragon, and I felt like that was just doing too much. And then the combo was going out from away from what the deck really wanted to do. Now it is necessary with Mermaid being banned, and it's like essentially extender because one, it summons on the board, you make Link Revo, and then it banishes the summon Orcust monster from your hand that goes into your Galatea, and then if they do Lancia or something like that, you already have the Brass Bombard banished to shuffle back to get your combo going, to get Babel going, and then prepare for next turn because you are no Lancia. You know what I'm saying? So Brass Bombard is like an extender.
Got it. All right, interesting. So, what were the matchups that you did have to face, and what was the most difficult thing about playing Orcust right now against those matchups that you had to face?
Okay, so I played 3 Guru Control, 2 Solomon Greats, 1 Praying Kids, 1 Thunder, and 1 Heroes. It was 8 rounds. It was like 190 people. So they was giving invites to 24 people, but there was 8 rounds. The hardest matchups I had was against the 3 Guru players because game 1 I drew Nibiru and Phantasma in my opening hands against those decks, and those two cards are awful against those decks. So it was rough on those ones. Those are the only matches I went to game 3. The other matches, I 2-0'd them. Salad, I 2-0'd them. Breakers, 2-0'd them. Heroes, 2-0'd them. Thunder, 2-0'd them. But the Guru players was the only ones I went to game 3. And when I took out Nibiru and Phantasma, it was an easy matchup.
Got it. So you would think like around game 1 or something, like the more control-based decks are kind of like a difficult thing to face.
Yeah. Now, knowing what I experienced from the Louisville Regional, I probably wouldn't main deck Nibiru. That's the
Okay.
only thing I probably would change. The Phantasma was awesome. It fixed my hands. It's a body on the board that you could do Orcust combo with, and then it stops them from like Simon Grace really have a hard time with Phantasma because one, if they nibber you and you Phantasma them, they can't get rid of the nibber. The token's like super big for them.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and then on top of that, they got a Phantasma that makes you not be able to target with the Mirage Stallion or the Heat Leo to get over the token. So they got a Phantasma to worry about and the big token they just gave you. So it's really good. But Nibiru is the only one I think I probably would not main deck again. I probably would gamble and go in game 1, seeing if I play against a combo player. Hopefully, I have Impermanence or Ash or Phantasma, and they won't be able to kill me or make a crazy board. But yeah, that's the only thing I probably would change in the main deck is the Nibiru.
Got it. And then as far as sideboard, so like your sideboard looks pretty decent here. What was some of the logic behind these cards that you chose to play?
Yeah, so Thunder is really sticky. Their monsters are really sticky, except for Titan. But Colossus is a problem. I know we still play Orcust, but you don't want to rely on making a ding to get rid of their monsters. So that's why I played Mind Controls. And Mind Control against Salad is really good too. It baits out the Rage or Roar, whatever the counter trap is. It baits it out. And it's really good against those control decks too, because if you're just taking their one monsters away, like especially against Guru, If you take the Guru, you literally turn their Phoenix dead, so they have to negate that mind control, which you just faded out to negate. You 1-for-1 for that, so you're fine with that.
Right.
So that's why I play mind controls. Twin Twisters, obvious against back row heavy decks. I want to have Twin Twisters. Artifact Lancias, Scythe, and Sanctum. Lancias, obviously, for Thunder and Orcust decks. And I wanted the Sanctums to be able to search those out. So that's why I played 3 Sanctums. And then the Scythe is just a turn ender for Salad, Orcust, or Thunder. Like you have Sanctums set, it's a turn ender for them. And then the Pranger Tops is another body on the board, and it also another way to get rid of floodgates. And it's a 26 dude who's really, really hard for people to deal with. So that's why I play Pranger Tops.
Got it. And looking at your extra deck here, this Trisbinia, I can't even say the name right. Trish, she looks like she came in clutch. Just because like that's a spicy tech. Back row decks are not expecting that.
Nope.
What I don't see in here, and I'm like concerned, or not concerned, but just curious, was it? I feel like this where is it? This guy, where's the IP? Did you not like it, or did you?
Yeah, so we showed up kind of late. And the vendors are minimum. I put it nicely, put minimum.
Got it.
On what they have access to. So when we got there, we showed up late for one, and I knew the vendors was going to have it, but I went to the vendors and they did not have IP.
Got it.
Like
so
they
you
said everybody bought them
got
out.
it.
But,
so
but
you would be playing it though if you
yes.
did. Okay. Got
so the barricade board blocker, I played that and I tested with that. It's because if you have instant fusion and you have like Armageddonite or a Scrapper Cycler and they like Ash or Impermanent, you could use the instant fusion, summon a monster out, and then you can link into the barricade board blocker. And if you have an Orcust monster in your hand, you can discard the Orcust monster, and then you can be able to combo off. So that's why I play the barricade board blocker. But if I had IP, the barricade board blocker would be the IP.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I was assuming that. I didn't know if that was actually what you would have replaced, but I guess I was right. But all right, awesome. Yeah. I mean, because like she did just come out, so that's understandable.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah,
She's
she
really
is. Like she is. As you guys saw in my vlog, I don't know if I've aired it yet or it will, but like I had troubles finding Dory Blue Tang because it just came out, so it was like it was really difficult to like find what you need before a regional when it says drop right on those regionals. But yeah, let me see. Is there
go to regionals early. If you need cars that come out, get there.
Oh
early.
yeah, definitely. Like I say, always guys get there early because somebody might have it, somebody might be holding it just for like looking for you. People like you want it at the last minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me think. Is there anything else that you wanted to add or say about this? I mean, this looks pretty nice. I like this build.
I mean, my record was 7-1. I lost to round 2 against a Guru player. I had Twin Twister in my hand, and he had 2 back rows. One of them I knew was Final Battle. I should have Twin Twister hidden his Hidden City in the random back row, but I didn't. I tried to play. I felt like it was a bluff or something like that. I don't know what I was thinking. But when I made a Galatea, that back row card wanted to be in Strike, and I used Symbol Skeleton to make the Galatea. So then it essentially turned 2 cards in my graveyard dead. Symbol Skeleton had no card the target to bring back, and the Galatea was just sitting in my graveyard dead. So, and I needed that Galatea something.
Got it.
Yeah. Other than that, I played pretty nice. Everything went smoothly. The deck performed how I wanted. Yeah, it was really good.
Were you expecting to just come in there and like top 8 like that?
No, I was expecting to win it.
Oh, dang. I like that, guys. He out here. Wow. Yeah. That's the attitude you need to have. Awesome. Well, yeah. I already asked if you would change anything. You said that you probably wouldn't main in the Burus and that you would make that a IP. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I just like to shout out my team, man. Nocturnal, GG. We upcoming esports team, getting into the Yugioh scene. We branching out. We add new members to the team. The leader of the team named Derek. We also have a man named Leo, Max, me, and we got other members named Logan, Taylor, Brandon, Tyler, Travis, Zach. We all out here. We add new members trying to get in the competitive scene of Yu-Gi-Oh! And really get our team name out there. And I appreciate you having me on here, man. I also like to shout out my girlfriend. She was texting me in between rounds, checking on me, asking me how I was doing in between rounds, performing wise and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, that support, man.
for
They had
sure.
no chance. When I got those text messages, she was telling me I had to win. They had no chance.
That's so cute. Awesome. Well, thank you, Austen. It's awesome and a pleasure.
Yeah,
Longtime
it's a pleasure,
supporter
man.
of the channel. So glad to have you on here. And
Yeah.
guys, if you ever want to be a part of this, all you got to do is message me on Facebook. If you
And
guys got your,
he is not joking. Literally message him.
this is
He's not hard
literally
to
it.
find.
Like, don't be shy. Like, make sure you guys like the Instagram. I'm on there too. Anywhere on social media, just message me, say, hey, Jam, I got my invite or I top 8, and then we'll go over it, whatever you want to talk about. And guys, it's that simple.
Yep.
Thank you, Austen.
Hey, you. Don't forget to subscribe because it'd be totally awesome if you did, because you guys, by subscribing, sharing, and following me on social media, you help continue to create this totally awesome content, and I love you for doing so. Make sure you guys check out the description box below as well, because there's all kinds of new projects that Jam1 is up to, and I would totally mean the world to me if you checked it out. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy life. More than awesome, he's totally awesome.